What are the numbers here, Chris?
5 5-minute rounds in prospect. It's at 155, the lightweight title, the defending champion, Francisco Barrio, the challenger, Lom-Ali Eskiev. Both guys accomplished wrestle boxers. Of course, Barrio, slightly older, 36 plays 33. Both guys strong records, Will.
Well, 5 championship rounds in prospect here. And the thing is, I think both these fighters are comfortable doing that. But Francisco Barrio is, and looks the man least likely to. He's just got an incredible build, but the skill sets are incredible. And he can box, he can take a shot, and he's got grappling skills that are just par excellence. So, his strategy here tonight, I don't know, he normally likes to get in and mix it up. Lom-Ali Eskiev standing off here, and they're picking shots in the boxing, which is interesting given that their background is grappling and wrestling. So they're happy to stand and box, and they can both do it well. Good hands from Croat's Barrio.
Yeah, very much so. I'm very interested to see if we see a championship pacing here in this fight, or if someone starts early, maybe building over time, maybe very aggressive. It looks like Eskiev really wants to throw hands hard. And that's actually bringing the best out of Barrio, who is a little bit of a slow starter at times.
Yeah, he got kicked there a couple of times, Barrio. But he comes back hard, and as I say, he can take a great shot. And I've seen him, Lazarus-like, come back and take a win after taking a lot of pressure during a bout. But he's taking some big hits there from Eskiev. Eskiev finding the range, and again, just kind of outboxing Barrio. Big connections here. Barrio on the receiving end of some big shots from Eskiev.
A lot of heavy punches here, very little distance management. Eskiev is just lunging in with 2, sometimes 3 punch combinations, the occasional upstairs, downstairs jab. And Barrio is having to counter.
He's standing off a little bit. Croat Barrio. Croat, of course, is his nickname. He's adopted Croatia as his second home. And what a journey. The Argentine comes to the Balkans and becomes the world champion. Puts that strap on the line here after beating Anton Racic. I mean, we've commentated Anton Racic through numerous grinding, grueling fights.
I'm liking the half steps here from Eskiev. A lot of short steps to come into the pocket against Barrio, who is a little bit longer with the punches. I think he's got a little bit more reach effectively in play, although they're the same height.
Well, they're getting in and mixing it up for wrestlers. And Eskiev has landed better out of the two, although Barrio has almost matched him punch for punch. But Eskiev has managed to get a few more in. Just look at the hands there. Comes in, hooks, uppercuts, a little flurry there. And Barrio just backs off, knowing that enough is enough. And in the exchanges there, Barrio, the uppercut's working well for him. And maybe Eskiev needs to adjust the range again. Working off a very strong jab, Eskiev. Incredible, where 1 minute 53 left to go, and these guys are decorated wrestlers.
And looking like decorated boxers in MMA. It is a nice jab, though, like you said, from Eskiev. That's the old Teddy Atlas set the table with it, and it's working.
So, still looking to find little holes in the defense. Looking to maybe cause a little bit of wear and tear. This has got to go 5 rounds, and they're going at it at some pace. There's some heat on those punches. I mean, you know, it is lightweight, but these guys are throwing.
I'm very curious if either corner really strategized to try to press the takedown at some point. And that's always very intriguing in a championship fight, is what is the game plan and how does that unfold? Where do the decisions lie?
If there were any other 2 fighters, I'd start to get a little bit worried at the amount of good solid connections that they're throwing and giving. But it's Eskiev and Barrio, and they can take shots. They really can. What are the numbers for KOs, for each of them being stopped?
Oh, there it is, it's a knockdown! Barrio goes down, the champ is finished in round 1, I can't believe it! It was almost an impossible figure. We were looking to find out whether either of them had been knocked down or knocked out, but the wrestler, Lom-Ali Eskiev, knocks out Francisco Barrio. Insane here, neutralizes with a miracle shot And after all the talk, the first thing he does is go to the champion to commiserate. But this is how he did it. Body shot from Barrio. Then that big right hand goes right across the sweet spot. Boom! Barrio hits the room. And that's it. It's a knockdown!
Huge overhand right. That was absolutely insane, Will. Lom-Ali Eskiev, we talked about the numbers. You asked about the numbers. 13th career knockout. And perfect counter to the body shot, like you said. Croata hadn't been stopped since 2022, actually. Maciej Kaziechko. Surprising stoppage, 3rd career knockout loss overall. Two durable fighters, man. They were ready for 5 rounds. But Lom-Ali Eskiev wasn't waiting.
Absolutely not. That was dope. He just threw that right hand. It was big. The second time we've seen tonight a fighter open and susceptible to a big shot like that. And, you know, you've got to have the expertise, you've got to have the timing, you've got to have the knowledge to know when to throw that amount of heat on a shot. And Barrio knows it was a mistake. He knows that he left himself open. So, you know, he left enough room, gifting opportunity to Eskiev. And, yeah, you know, commiserations from the new lightweight champion, fresh from KSW to FNC. Wow, what an upset, Chris.
Massive upset. Now, the thing is, you know, Barrio had that unblemished record in FNC. He was very familiar to a lot of FNC fans, but Eskiev is a world-class mixed martial artist, and sometimes the margins are so thin. They were very thin. Croata knew it. He was well-trained, and it's just that little half step of pressure. The footwork really set this up. Eskiev was controlling a lot of the fight with those very gradual steps, and ultimately was able to corner Croata and knock him out off the counter.
Well, the two brothers that run the UFD gym,
The Djokovic brothers.
they're there in the center as they now have a new champion. We said Roberto Soldic was in the audience. The UFD gym used to dominate. Now they've got a new player in town. So a transference of gold. Not from the Federal Reserve, but from the FNC champions waist, Barrio, to the new lightweight world champion. The FNC lightweight champion of the world, Lom-Ali Eskiev.
And that's the sport, Will. That's the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows, you know. This was a fight I wanted to see. It was a fight that was booked. There was injuries, there was questions, there was expectations. Barrio actually, you know, looking at the bookies a little while out, was starting as a moderate underdog. I had it a pretty dead even fight on paper. But sometimes it's that decisive, and you could run this fight a few times and have different results.
Yeah, and I mean, I had Barrio down. I mean, he took some shots early on. I said in the exchanges with the hands, Eskiev was getting the better of it, but Barrio was in there throwing his own shots and connecting. But Eskiev had the power, and he took that one, and Barrio knew it was a mistake. He left
Well,
an
ladies
opening.
and gentlemen, the end comes
Eskiev took the
after 4 minutes and 20 seconds completed of the first round. Your winner by way of knockout and the new minus 70.3 kilogram lightweight FNC world champion, Lom-Ali Eskiev.